She's a global superstar, a true living legend, and tonight she takes center stage with us. When people hear the name Madonna, they immediately think of the ultimate pop provocateur, an artist who has shattered boundaries and redefined herself again and again for more than 4 decades. She's the unstoppable force who essentially wrote the rulebook for modern pop stardom, one that nearly every performer since has followed. But behind the glittering success, the constant reinvention, and the record-breaking achievements lies a fiercely competitive artist with razor-sharp opinions about her peers. Unlike many music icons who choose to stay diplomatic or silent about rivals, Madonna has never been afraid to speak her mind. Her legendary candor has, at times, revealed exactly who gets under her skin in the music world. "I don't waste time being nice about mediocrity," she once told Rolling Stone. "This business isn't about participation trophies. It's about excellence, or nothing." From explosive backstage encounters to cold public dismissals, Madonna's history of feuds reflects the perfectionist behind the persona. Her criticisms aren't random jabs. They're the words of a woman who fought tooth and nail to reach the very top, and who has strong opinions about who deserves to share that rarefied air. Today, we're breaking down the 7 artists Madonna has reportedly clashed with, and why even some of the biggest names in music have felt the sting of the Queen of Pop's legendary contempt. 7. Lady Gaga, perhaps Madonna's most famous and long-running feud, is with Lady Gaga, a performer who was often hailed as the new Madonna. That comparison alone reportedly irritated the original Material Girl. According to Madonna's former choreographer, Carlton Wilborn, Madonna believed Gaga was copying her blueprint without acknowledgement. "Madonna values reinvention, not replication," Wilborn said, explaining that she felt Gaga was simply recycling her provocations for a younger audience. The tension hit boiling point in 2011 when Gaga released Born This Way, which drew heavy comparisons to Madonna's Express Yourself. In a 2012 interview with ABC News, Madonna delivered her now infamous assessment. "It feels reductive. Look it up." It was one of the most iconic moments of shade in pop history. What especially bothered Madonna was Gaga's positioning of herself as more authentic. During rehearsals for her MDNA tour, she was reportedly furious after seeing Gaga highlight her classical training. According to one of Madonna's backup dancers, she snapped, "Playing piano doesn't make you a revolutionary. I changed culture without hiding behind credentials." The feud was amplified during Madonna's 2012 tour when she performed a mash-up of Express Yourself and Born This Way, ending with her track, She's Not Me. The message couldn't have been clearer, and the frost has never fully melted. In 2019, when Gaga's breakout film A Star Is Born earned Oscar buzz, Madonna reportedly quipped at a Golden Globes after-party, "Acting in one decent film doesn't make you Meryl Streep. Some of us built decades-long careers without needing Hollywood's validation." 6. Janet Jackson, another rivalry, less public but deeply felt, was with Janet Jackson. Industry insiders trace their friction back to the early 1990s, when both women were redefining sexuality and feminism in pop. According to a former Maverick Records executive, Madonna always saw Janet as her real competition during that era. While Madonna used shock value, Janet's precise choreography and subtle statements earned her massive acclaim, an approach Madonna allegedly dismissed as safe. After Janet's groundbreaking 1993 Janet album and provocative Rolling Stone cover, Madonna was reportedly irritated by the praise Janet received. "Why is she celebrated for sexual expression when I was crucified for it a decade earlier?" she questioned. According to one studio engineer, what especially rankled Madonna was Janet's last name. During meetings for her 1994 album Bedtime Stories, she allegedly told producers she was born into royalty. "Try clawing your way out of the Lower East Side, then tell me about earning your place." The tension carried into the mid-90s award season. At the 1995 Grammys, a production assistant recalled Madonna passing Janet without acknowledgement, then loudly making a comment about industry nepotism within earshot of Janet's team. 5. Elton-John feuds have been as openly hostile as Madonna's with Sir Elton John. Their conflict has lasted decades, with industry insiders calling it mutual loathing dressed up as professional disagreement. Elton has long criticized Madonna's performances, accusing her of lip-syncing and prioritizing spectacle over musicianship. At the 2004 Q Awards, Elton famously declared, "Madonna, best live act?" Since when has lip-syncing been live? Madonna, on the other hand, has been scathing about Elton's emphasis on virtuosity. During her Confessions tour rehearsals, she vented to her band, "Playing piano well doesn't make you a revolutionary. I changed how people think about gender, sex, and power." What's he done besides wear funny glasses? Things escalated in 2012 at the Golden Globes. Both were nominated in the same category, and Elton's husband, David Furnish, mocked Madonna online, saying she didn't have a chance of winning. When Madonna did win, she pointedly thanked those who don't believe in my musical abilities. Years later, when asked about Elton's farewell tour in a 2019 BBC interview, Madonna threw one last jab. "Some people can't exit gracefully. Others of us keep evolving instead of reliving nostalgia." 4. Mariah Carey. The feud with Mariah Carey comes down to contrasting visions of pop stardom. Madonna, insiders say, has always viewed Mariah as overly focused on vocal acrobatics. "Mariah is everything wrong with how we judge female pop stars," a former VH1 executive once explained. She emphasizes vocal range, while Madonna values reinvention and provocation. The first signs of tension surfaced in 1995 when Madonna, asked about Mariah's success, dismissively replied, "I haven't really paid attention since that song about a vision of love," or whatever it was called. What especially annoyed Madonna was Mariah's insistence on technical skill. During planning for her 2001 Drowned World Tour, she reportedly said, "Anyone can stand still and hit high notes. Try dancing full out for 2 hours while delivering a message that matters." At award shows in the 2000s, organizers reportedly kept the two separated. Madonna once quipped, "I've heard enough whistle notes to last a lifetime." 3. Kylie Minogue. Madonna's icy feelings toward Kylie Minogue may surprise some. Yet insiders say Madonna despised constant comparisons to the Australian star, whom she viewed as a lightweight imitator. The friction deepened in the early 2000s when Kylie's Fever album and her hit "Can't Get You Out of My Head" exploded globally at the very same time. Madonna's American life was struggling. According to one Maverick Records insider, Madonna dismissed Kylie as disco music for people who don't want to think, and bristled at suggestions she was the warm, likable alternative to Madonna. During a tense 2008 Q magazine photo shoot, a stylist mentioned Kylie's fashion sense. Madonna snapped, "Being likable isn't an achievement. Try challenging an entire religious institution and see how likable you remain." By 2018, when asked about Kylie's influence, Madonna's only reply was, "I don't follow trends, I set them." Maybe ask her about my influence, not the other way around. 2. Jennifer Lopez. Another major rivalry has been with Jennifer Lopez. According to Madonna's former tour director, she sees J.Lo as the triumph of marketing over musicianship. The friction began in the early 2000s as Lopez's career soared, while Madonna's commercial dominance dipped. At a 2002 meeting when Lopez's success was raised, Madonna reportedly snapped, "We're using someone who doesn't write or produce her own music as an example? How contemporary of us." What irritated Madonna most was Lopez's reputation as a multi-hyphenate. During Confessions tour prep, Madonna allegedly scoffed. Dancing adequately, acting mediocrely, and singing with other people's voices isn't being a triple threat. It's being a triple imposter. At the 2015 Met Gala, organizers seated them at opposite ends of the room after Madonna refused to share a table. She reportedly said, "I don't share space with those who respond to culture. I share it with those who create it." 1. Madonna herself, but the artist. Madonna struggles with most isn't a rival, it's her younger self. According to her longtime publicist, Liz Rosenberg, Madonna's greatest competition has always been Madonna. While working on 2005's Confessions on a Dance Floor, she told producer Stuart Price, I'm not competing with other artists. I'm competing with Like a Prayer Madonna and Ray of Light Madonna. They're the ones to beat. She refuses to become a nostalgia act. During Madame X rehearsals in 2019, when a dancer suggested reviving old Vogue choreography, Madonna snapped that Madonna doesn't exist anymore. Repeating her would make me predictable. When BBC Radio 1 refused to playlist her music in 2015, she lashed out at ageism, writing, "Discrimination against age is the last socially acceptable prejudice." In private, she was even blunter. If a 20-year-old released this same record, they'd be hailed as a genius. When I do it, I'm told to age gracefully, which is code for disappear.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.